Hi friends, I will keep this short, and if you like it, my website is tomberkenmeyer.com. That's tomberkenmeyer.com. Take out the space, all lowercase. As the title says, it would be completely disastrous for donors who buy our politicians if you became financially free. Everyone knows something, that all of our politicians are totally, completely bought and paid for in a system of legalized bribery. That legalized bribery creates an enormous, egregious, obnoxious conflict of interest, as all bribes do. That conflict of interests motivates almost all of our politicians, who are 100% of them who are on the take, which is almost all of them, to constantly, perpetually craft legislation that is slanted and rigged against you in favor of their donors, which is only about 0.1 or 0.2% of America. That's insidious. That's insane. But who created that system that is rigged against you? I hate to say it. Well, that's not true. I'd love to say it, but I hate the circumstance. It's you. It's middle America. It's all of us collectively. The way that we spend our time, and more importantly, the way that we spend our money. We are completely obedient. It's been taught in our school system. The largest banks in the world, all the political donors that buy them to slant everything against you and in favor of them, they bought our school board curriculum in the year 1901, and they've been writing the school curriculum ever since. The only way that you can become financially free, and there is only one way. It's an umbrella that encompasses unlimited ways, and that is for you to create passive and residual money. They don't teach passive and residual money in schools, in our public schools. Our politicians do not talk about it, and our corporate-owned media does not talk about it. And that's all done on purpose. They purchased the whole system in 1901, and to this day they do not teach it because they need your obedience. And you willingly, forthright, just give it to them every single fucking day of your life. And that's what creates the income gap. That's what creates the legalized bribe that we have, that creates a system that is slanted against you in favor of them. It's all created by you. And I don't think that is ever going to have a remedy for it unless the middle America and the poor, because now the poor is the majority. The middle is no longer the majority. It's the poor, because the middle has moved to the poor. It's true as of 2015. But this equalization is never going to happen unless the middle and the poor gets at least some level of humility to question what they've been doing is completely wrong all along, and is open to learning new ideas in a better way, that is passive and residual money. And just shy of doing that, they will continue to own you and slant everything against you, and you will give them your unquestionable obedience in screwing you so they can have more while you have less. Can you imagine being asked for your obedience so that someone can have more while you have less? That's how the middle and the poor lives their life. They live and die that way every day of their lives, and it makes no sense whatsoever. We don't consciously make those decisions, but the middle and the poor, even though they don't consciously make those decisions, it's the wool that's been pulled over their eyes. And an ego, an egregious, obnoxious, self-sabotaging ego that doesn't allow them to see the light of day. Because in 1901, like I said, our public school system was bought by these same donors. And that's why corporate-owned media and politicians and so on and so forth, they never talk about you becoming financially free. They never talk about passive and residual income, which is the only income that makes that possible. So you continue to show up every day at your job. And I'm not anti-job, but when you have it out of a codependency because you can't take care of yourself, here's another lie that has been perpetuated for decades now, over a century. You're somehow independent if you're codependent on a job to take care, or some company to take care of you. Just that doesn't make any sense on its face. You're an independent human being who depends on some company to take care of you, or you can't pay your bills and eat. That's an incredible lie that's been sold to almost everyone that's bought it. So start to question that, friends. And if you don't get help from me, there's others like me who could. Just find someone and be an excellent student. It's all about passive and residual money. Otherwise, the top 0.2% are always going to be successful at crafting using politicians to craft legislation that is slanted and rigged against you. So that's all I wanted to say. Take care. Feel free to share this video, because the more of you who do become financially free, the better for all of us. And we can begin to unrig a rigged system and unslant a slanted system that is rigged and slanted against all of you who are not part of the donor class that buys politicians in our system of legalized bribery. Take care. Bye for now.